Hi there. It's April 26th and time for Proverbs 26. I jump over here. And we're still in the Solomon's Proverbs that King Hezekiah's men wrote down. Some of it we've heard Solomon himself say, but we'll go over these. All right. Like snow in summer or rain in harvest, honor is not fitting for a fool. Right? They don't go together. Like a fluttering sparrow or a darting swallow is an undeserved curse that does not come to rest. Right. People can curse you, but undeserved curses don't work, okay? 3, a whip for the horse and a bridle for the donkey and a rod for the backs of fools. They seem to put all the fools' sayings here together. So, do not answer a fool according to his folly or foolishness, or you yourself will be just like him. And 5, seems to contradict it. Answer a fool according to his folly, or he will be wise in his own eyes. Okay. Now, I did some studies on this every month. You read one and they tend to, even in the old 1599 version, answer not a fool according to his foolishness, lest thou also be like him. Answer a fool according to his foolishness, lest he be wise in his own conceit. It's like, okay, which is it? Well, if you go to the Hebrew, it's two different things, okay? Do not get down on their level, okay? And be foolish like them, or you'll be just like them, okay? But answer them according to their folly. If they mock God or mock goodness, all right, you have to set them straight, okay? Or attempt to set them straight. A6, sending a message by the hands of a fool is like cutting off one's feet or drinking poison. Like the useless legs of one who is lame is a proverb in the mouth of a fool. Fools everywhere. Like tying a stone in a sling is the giving of honor to a fool. Like a thorn bush in a drunkard's hand is a proverb in the mouth of a fool. Like an archer who wounds at random is one who hires a fool or a passer-by. Now, this is interesting because in the 1599 Geneva Bible, verse 10 says something completely different. Okay, it says, the excellent that formed all things both rewardeth the fool and rewardeth the transgressors. God. Right? Most of the other versions, say this, like an archer who wounds at random is a person who hires a fool or a passerby. Interesting. Here. What? And I have my hello Bible here. And it says, say 26:10 is, it's like, yeah, here. You can see it. Now, the NLT says an employer who hires a fool or a bystander is like an archer who shoots recklessly. Same thing. NIV, the one we're reading. New King James. Okay, now the New King James Version agrees with the 1599 Geneva Bible. The New King James says, the great God who formed everything gives the fool his hire and the transgressor his wages. And so does the King James. Okay. It's just the later versions that seem to say this. Yeah. Interesting. Which one's true? Do some research on that. Proverbs 26:10. Hey, 11. As a dog returns to his vomit, so fools repeat their folly, or their foolishness. 12. Do you see a person wise in their own eyes? There is more hope for a fool than for him. Now, that's a big statement, saying all this stuff about fools, right? And then they say, do you see a person wise in their own eyes? Somebody prideful, conceited, full of themselves, looking down on other people. You can't tell them anything because they know everything, right? There is more hope for a fool than for them. And they are talking a lot about fools. So there's absolutely no hope, right? Solomon said you could grind a fool in a mortar and pestle, which is a horrible, horrible mental image, and you will not separate the foolishness from the fool. Yeah? And to say there's more hope for that than somebody wise in their own eyes, it's a big statement. Okay? Here's this again. We read this before, right? A sluggard says there's a lion in the road, a fierce lion roaming the streets. Any excuse not to go out and do something, right? As a door turns on its hinges, so a sluggard turns on his bed, right? Moving but not going anywhere, right? Sluggard. I say sluggard, sluggard, sluggard. This is a lazy person, not so much a fool, but somebody who's lazy, right? And he's gone from fool to sluggards, right? And it still says fool over here, but a slothful man, right? A sluggard buries his hand in the dish. He's too lazy to bring it back to his mouth. Can you imagine being that lazy? A sluggard is wiser in his own eyes than 7 people who answer discreetly. Interesting, huh? Sluggards, lazy people, think they know it all. Right? 17, like one who grabs a stray dog by the ears, is someone who rushes into a quarrel, not their own. Okay? Very important thing. Mind your own business. Okay? That's where that came from. Mind your own business. Okay? See 2 guys fighting, you stay out of it, or you're going to get hurt. 18 and 19, like a maniac shooting flaming arrows of death is one who deceives their neighbor and says, I was only joking. Have you ever said something hurtful about somebody just to get a laugh? Okay. Now it says just yesterday, words can break bones. Okay. A soft word can break a bone. So if you use your words joking around and hurt somebody, you're like a maniac shooting indiscriminately into a crowd. Okay. That is wrong. Only without wood a fire goes out. Without a gossip, a quarrel dies down. Gossip. Talebearer says over here. Strike, cease it. Stay away from gossips, okay? That means on the internet, okay? There are gossips all over the internet, and people love to argue with them, okay? Just keep scrolling, okay? That's the mantra for today. Just keep scrolling. Just don't get into it. You don't even know that person, so. As charcoal to embers and as wood to fire, so is a quarrelsome person for kindling strife. The words of a gossip are like choice morsels. They go down to the inmost parts, okay? Gossip is like a drug, okay? It gets in there, and you just got to have more. You got to have more. I mean, you've probably known people that just love the drama of everything, and they like to watch the drama, and they want to know what's going on in everybody's life, and busybodies, talebearers, gossips. Okay? Because it's a drug. 23, like a coating of silver dross on earthenware, are fervent lips with an evil heart. Lots of people out there, especially on TV and computer and government, right? All pretty flowing, silvery tongued words. inside is just garbage. Okay, Jesus talked about this too. That's about the Pharisees. They like the fancy seats, and they like to be recognized in the marketplaces, and they like their fancy dress. Inside, they are filthy. Hmm? Okay, 24, 25, and 26 is together for some reason. Enemies disguise themselves with their lips, but in their hearts they harbor deceit. Yeah, it kind of goes with that, like a coating of silver, fervent lips with an evil heart. Septuagint, wow, smooth. Though their speech is charming, do not believe them, for 7 abominations fill their hearts. Their malice may be concealed by deception, but their wickedness will be exposed in the assembly. Right. That all goes together. Let's just make this all blue together, right? Okay, 27. Whoever digs a pit will fall into it, and if someone rolls a stone, it will roll back on them. Got that? Don't set traps. A lying tongue hates those it hurts, and a flattering mouth works ruin. Right? A flattering mouth works ruin. Okay. There you go. That's Proverbs 26. Stuff King Hezekiah's men wrote down. Lots of fools in here. I highlighted 4 and 5 just because it's worded the same, but it says different thing. Okay. Do not answer a fool according to his foolishness, or you yourself will be just like him. And 5 says, answer a fool according to his foolishness, or he will be wise in his own eyes. Okay? It depends on what they're saying. Most times, just stay out of it. Right? But when they're, like I say, mocking God or talking down the Bible and leading other people down that path, you need to speak up. Then you need to speak up, right? Or they'll think they're the smartest people on the block when they're not. And lots of talks about fools in here, right? I just highlighted it because it's all about fools, right? And then further it goes all about sluggards. Lazy people. Oh, stop with the mouse. Man, this mouse is going crazy, isn't it? Sluggard. They kind of took all of these and put them together. Like I said, most of these verses are in other chapters, but they kind of put them all together. Fools and sluggards. And all this talk about fools and lazy people, about how bad they are and how hopeless they are and how evil they are. And it says, verse 12 is put right here in the middle. Do you see a person wise in their own eyes, right? A mocker, conceited, prideful person. There is more hope for a fool, all these things, than for that person who is wise in their own eyes. Okay? That's a big statement, right? And sluggards. 17, like one who grabs a stray dog by the ears is someone who rushes into a quarrel and not their own. Okay? He that passeth by and meddleth with strife that belongeth not unto him is as one that taketh a dog by the ears. Hmm? You're going to tear you up, all right? Well, there is exceptions, okay? If somebody is harming a woman or harming a child, or there's evil being done, okay? This is a quarrel, a fight between two people that know each other. 18 and 19 is important. They do it. There's comedians that make livings doing just this, okay? Like a maniac shooting flaming arrows of death is one who deceives their neighbor and says, I was only joking. His friend. Which makes you say that you are not his friend, it says over here. Right. Don't do stuff and say, I was joking, just to get a laugh, just to make yourself feel bigger. Okay. By tearing somebody else down. He said if you remember, I'm old, so I remember Don Rickles back in the mid 20th century. And a lot of other people made their living by picking people out of the audience and tearing them apart. And that's it. Just kidding, dude. Right? While everybody's laughing at this person. Words hurt. I never liked those kind of comedians. Right? Tony's highlighted, without wood, a fire goes out. Without gossip, a quarrel dies down. Right? Let it end with you. Somebody spreading gossip around, especially around that church. Okay? If someone comes up to a person and says, can you pray for me? I'm having this problem. Please don't tell anyone, okay? That's taken in confidence, and it speaks all over the Bible about confidences and breaking confidences and keeping secrets, okay, between you and the Lord. If you go tell somebody else, oh, Bob needs prayer because he's having problems in this area, you are now gossip, okay? You're not getting Bob more prayer. You're a gossip, and now it's going to be all over the church. And when it gets back to Bob, he's going to come to you because you are the only person he told about his issue. Okay, that tears churches apart. It ends friendships. Okay, without a gossip, a quarrel dies down. The words of a gossip are like choice morsels that go down to the inmost parts. Right, gossip is a drug. Okay, the entire entertainment industry is found basically on gossip. Okay, stuff that's none of your business. Okay? Stuff that makes you feel better. Well, he's got it worse off than me. Look at this guy. What a fool. Right? Gossip. It's a drug. Terrible. And then this whole thing. Right? Evil people with evil hearts. Fancy clothes and fancy talk and smooth talking. Right? Demons do that. Smooth talking. Like a coating of silver dross on earthenware are fervent lips with an evil heart. Enemies disguise themselves with their lips, but in their hearts they harbor deceit. A lot of politicians fall into this, right? Though their speech is charming, do not believe them, for 7 abominations fill their hearts. Their malice may be concealed by deception, but their wickedness will be exposed in the assembly. Right? As it says in the New Testament, a famous verse, there is nothing secret that will not be revealed. That's where it came from. So, there you go. That's Proverbs 26. Lots of good stuff in there. And there's still, 3 more of these. Hezekiah's been copied down. Kind of summarizes everything and puts it together. So that's cool. Until later today, I think we're on Luke 19, maybe? Yep, Luke 19 today. And there's the ads. So, cool. So, there you go. It's Proverbs 26. Learning lots of stuff, huh? Learning a lot. Right? Even on the 20th time through, we're still learning. So, and we'll keep doing this. So, give us a like if you think about it. But later we'll continue. See ya.